I just bought this torch here that has multiple uses, but I only really got it for one thing, and that is to remove unwanted plants growing in unwanted places. I'm going to refrain from using the W word here because I don't want to get demonetized or have an age restriction on my video, because that's just how it happens with YouTube. So I'm going to show you kind of how this works and the proper way to use it when you're trying to remove those unwanted plants. So this isn't going to be a video where I show you the proper way to use this device as far as safety goes, but I'll show you really quick anyways on how to turn it on. It'll be kind of difficult to do here with one hand, but you turn the gas on with your propane tank. So you just start to hear it come out. You don't need it, I wouldn't turn it on full blast, but there's a little thing here that makes a spark. There we go. So that's basically on low, and this is a brand new tank, so it's going to be kind of spurting a little bit because it's kind of full. So you can actually adjust this pretty low to where it's just barely coming out. And that tip there, you see there's a little Allen screw there. That can slide back and forth, so you can kind of tune the flame kind of how you want it to be and so that it stays lit no matter how small or large you want to make the flame. And up here I modified mine. See these holes here? That's for the air inlet for the mixing with oxygen. It comes with 4 holes drilled. I modified mine, I added 4 more holes, and now when I turn this flame up, it doesn't come out with a bunch of yellow flame, so I'm getting a good mix of air. So that turns out to be just enough air inlet. Let me kind of turn it up for you, kind of show you what this looks like when it's fully on. All right. So you can see here, it's a nice blue flame. Without those added holes, that would be a lot of yellow at the end, which is an incomplete burn and it's not as hot. You can see here, this is a nice long flame that's about 12 to 14 inches right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down so I'm not wasting a bunch of gas. You can see there, that's pretty low. That's about as low as it goes before it wants to go out. All right, now that I got it off here, I'm gonna take it outside and show you the right way to use this. So you can see here that what I'm doing is I'm just kind of lightly brushing over the plants, not to scorch them or to turn them to ash, but just enough so that the flame touches them, gets them really hot, bursts those cells within the leaves of the plants, and then in about a half an hour or so, you'll start to see them wilt. And then I also have some pictures here that will show you that in just a couple of days, mainly 2 days or so, they'll be almost completely wilted and turning brown. Now, I did mine during a colder season. If you did it during the summer, they would probably turn brown within a couple of days and be gone. So I just wanted to make this quick little video here with this nice little device. Now, this is obviously a smaller version meant to work with smaller propane tanks, but obviously there's the bigger ones that have the much bigger opening that are meant to work with like the 5, 10, 20-pound tanks to cover larger areas. But for me, this one in particular was perfectly fine. I went around my entire garden twice around the walking path. It took me 5 minutes or so, and then it pretty much took care of all the plants that were growing on the outside there, whether it be the unsaid word that begins with a W or just strawberry vines that were kind of growing over the edge and then kind of rooting into the ground around there. I do cut them to make them not spread as much, but they will root into the gravel there even, and they can be hard to pull out. So I still scorch them, or at least I've done it once already, and it's worked pretty well. So this is a nice replacement for, instead of using any kind of sprays or polluting the environment, this here is about as natural as it gets to remove those unwanted plants that you don't want growing there. And you can find a link for this in the description below. It will be an affiliate link. I bought this with my own money. This is not sponsored at all. But if you would like to get this one in particular, it works pretty well. Even without the mod on here, I like the 4 holes that I drilled in here that added on, it works perfectly fine. I just wanted to make mine more efficient. If you do that, you will have to adjust the tip on here and move it out a little bit because you're going to change the flow of the gas and stuff coming out of the end of there. So they probably have to adjust it. But if you leave it the way it is, you'd be perfectly fine. That's just something that I did. Completely unnecessary. I just have to do that kind of stuff sometimes just to make things as efficient as I can to get the best out of it. But anyways, I also wanted to mention that I also am not saying the W word because really those plants are just plants that got canceled. There's no such thing as a W word. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully it was helpful. Thanks for watching.